Spider Nonsense starts at 0, but will increase over time as soon as the opponent reaches 1 bar of power, increasing faster for each additional bar of power on the opponent. Every stack of Spider Nonsense reduces degeneration effect potency by 15%, and passively reduces damage taken during the opponent's special attacks by 5%. While Spider Nonsense is at 6 or more, Spider Ham has a 35% chance to evade, which will not trigger if you are blocking. While Spider Nonsense is at 10, Spider Ham will not gain any more for 6.5 seconds. After this, it will reset back to 0, unless he is fighting a Mystic Champion, in which case it will reset back to 3. Heavy attacks will remove 2 Spider Nonsense. Dashing back and holding block will activate Spider Sense, granting a 100% chance to evade. This evade will trigger even while blocking. When this evade triggers, Spider Sense goes on cooldown for 12 seconds. Whenever Spider Ham evades, he becomes unblockable for 1.2 seconds and taunts the opponent for 7 seconds. Medium attacks have a 50% chance to place a Porker Popper, essentially a Power Sting, on the opponent for 9 seconds, which will activate when they use a special attack. The chance is increased by a flat 25% if the opponent is stunned or Spider Ham is unblockable. Whenever a Porker Popper is triggered, there is a 9% chance per Spider Nonsense for it to be replaced by 1 new Porker Popper, each lasting 9 seconds. Porker Poppers deal a burst of additional passive direct damage when they trigger, scaling with how much power the opponent had. The additional damage is increased by 60% for each bar of power the opponent had when they were triggered. Special Attack 1 will pause any Porker Popper currently on the opponent until they activate a special attack, and after this special attack, the opponent is taunted for 7 seconds. Special Attack 2 is unblockable if the opponent is taunted. It will also reset Spider Nonsense to 10 and pause its timer for 7 seconds. Additionally, Special Attack 2 will place 3 Porker Poppers on the opponent, each lasting 9 seconds. When using the Special Attack 3, if the opponent has triggered fewer than 15 Porker Poppers in the fight, you will place 4 Porker Poppers on them. If the opponent has triggered 15 or more Porker Poppers in this fight, place a Porker Popper on them for each Porker Popper that was triggered. This can only occur once per fight with a max of 25 Porker Poppers. An awakened Spider Ham will place a Porker Popper on the opponent anytime he evades. If Spider Ham is stunned and then struck, there is a 30% chance to remove 1 Spider Nonsense and place a non-stacking Porker Popper on the opponent. These Porker Poppers last for between 7 to 14 seconds. Finally, an awakened Spider Ham's Spider Nonsense, when at 10, will last for an additional 0.2 to 2 seconds before resetting. Playing Spider Ham is all about managing your Porker Poppers and your Spider Nonsense. To place Porker Poppers on the opponent, I typically use a 5-hit combo beginning and ending with a medium attack. I will also depend on my Special 2 in order to place more Porker Poppers on the opponent and to generate quite a bit of damage. I rarely find myself using a Special 1 until I have thrown my Special 3. Speaking of the Special 3, this is where a ton of your damage can come from, but you only want to use it once you have detonated at least 15 and at most 25 Porker Poppers on the opponent. You will see the little gray Power Sting icon up in the top right. That indicates how many have detonated the entire match. Wait until you have had at least 15 and then build up to your Special 3. By this time you should have at least 20 or more that have detonated on the opponent, and then go for your Special 3. After using your Special 3, if the opponent for some reason is not willing to throw an attack, go ahead and use your Special 1, This will pause any porker poppers on the opponent as well as taunt the opponent, getting them to use their special attack. You are also going to want to manage your spider nonsense. Once you hit about 8 spider nonsense, you want to start mixing in heavy attacks to bring down your spider nonsense level, but keep it above 6. This not only gives you a chance to evade, but it increases your chances of reapplying porker poppers once they have detonated. This is really important, especially after you get to special 3, because once you detonate the special 3 porker poppers, let's say if you have 25, they do have a great opportunity to reapply themselves if your spider nonsense is high. It is possible in theory to maintain a high level of power stings or porker poppers on the opponent at one time throughout the entirety of a long match. If you ever find that your spider nonsense has reset to 0, remember throwing a special 2 will put it back to 10 and pause it for 7 seconds.